Biden has had his physical and the doctor said he's healthy. He can do his job, and obviously the right is not happy about that. We're gonna begin the reactions with Donald Trump, who bleated, "Crooked Joe Biden must take a capital C cognitive capital T test. Maybe that way we would be able to find out why he makes such terrible decisions. I took 2 of them and aced them both. No mistakes. All capital P presidents or people wanting to become president should mandatorily take this test." Again, it is not and never has been a cognitive test. It is not a test of like how clever you are, how intelligent you are, your IQ. It is literally just a diagnostic tool for like moderate to advanced dementia. That's what it's for. And so he wants Joe Biden to take the test. At this point, just have Joe Biden take the test. Honestly, what is the difference? And by the way, if Joe Biden takes the test and releases his results, it won't change a damn thing. I will remind you all, Donald Trump was asking for Barack Obama's birth certificate for like 35 years. When he finally gave it, which he never should have, it's insane that he had to. That didn't reassure Donald Trump that he was a citizen. He kept on spinning his racist conspiracy theories.
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait, click join now on YouTube.
But Trump is not the only one that's mad. Whoever Benny Johnson is says Joe Biden didn't take a cognitive test because it's physical, because the White House says he doesn't need it. Again, it's a diagnostic tool for dementia. It is not a routine part of a physical. I don't know why you trust Trump as much as you do, Benny Johnson, but he says that he passed the cognitive test every day as president. If there's nothing to hide, why won't he take it? Invoke the 25th now. The man has dementia and the entire world knows it. He might have a leg to stand on if he ever, even for a second, acknowledged Donald Trump's obvious mental decline, but of course he doesn't because he's a hack and a tool of a proto-fascist regime. That's just who he is. But more importantly, let's turn to a physician. I have more respect for what they say in this area. So Ronnie Jackson, who I guess was a doctor, I guess technically he's still kind of a doctor. It seems like utter madness considering all that we learned about his alleged drinking and pill use while he was in the White House, but okay, we're setting that aside. The overwhelming majority of Americans have grave concerns about Biden's cognitive decline. So did he take a cognitive exam with his annual physical? Nope. He did nothing. Biden needs this test done now. I'll even volunteer to administer it. It needs to happen. Where is Dr. O'Connor to brief the press? Is the White House worried he might slip up and tell the truth about Biden's cognitive decline? This physical exam is a joke. Biden should not be president. Now, first of all, I love the idea that the doctor, who we have no concerns about his mental competence, is gonna slip up and reveal the full thing. Who does he think he is? Donald Trump that just goes on weird tangents? But he does bring up the fact that a physical exam could be a joke. And I think there's something to that. You know what? I think there's actually precedence for questioning what the doctors say about the president. Because I am old enough to remember when Donald Trump was examined by a doctor. And that doctor said, after physically examining him, that Donald Trump weighed 239 pounds. And you might recall who that doctor was, or maybe you can tell where I'm going with this, but it was Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who weighed Donald Trump and said that he weighs 239 pounds. Now, it doesn't matter what Donald Trump weighs in terms of whether he can be president. Let's be very clear about that. And anyone who needlessly takes shots at Donald Trump's weight in place of substantive critiques of him, I don't know why you're doing that. But the fact remains, he does not weigh 239 pounds. And if Ronnie Jackson can weigh Donald Trump, look at the number, which is inarguably significantly higher than that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's 250, 275. Arnold Schwarzenegger earlier this week speculated that it was 315. And then lie and write 239. Why exactly are we trusting anything else that he has to say about this? Ronnie Jackson lied about his weight, and a ridiculous lie. For context, by the way, not to make this too personal, I weighed 239 pounds like a week ago. And I'm not saying that I'm fit and trim or whatever, but I will gladly stand next to Donald Trump so we can do a little bit of a comparison. In any event, he lied about that. Goes on to say the only thing that Donald Trump needs to do for his health is lose 10 to 15 pounds. Other than that, he's perfect, no concerns. It's called genetics, I don't know. Some people just have great genes. I told the president that if he had a healthier diet, he might live to be 200 years old, I don't know. He is a demonstrable liar. And the reason I bring this up isn't about Biden's health. It's not even about the weight. When Donald Trump says that he got a 30 out of 30 on that dementia test, we always just accept that and then say, this doesn't say what he says it says. But why do we accept that? They're lying about his weight. They're literally lying about a number. Do we think that if he had not gotten 30 out of 30, that Ronnie Jackson would have been honest about that? Why are we assuming that? So of course Biden's not gonna take the test with Ronnie Jackson. And we could debate whether he should take the test at all. But Ronnie Jackson has literally the least ground to stand on this topic than literally anyone in the country, doctor or civilian.